And welcome back to the Rocket League OCE Championship League Play Week 1, proudly supported by Macca's, where the Monopoly game at Macca's is back 1 in 5 instantly. Win, Wolfie. Stop arguing. Courier Lord, Wolfie at the end there as well. Once an observer, now a caster / analyst?
Well, it's one of those things where, you know, only time will tell. So I'm definitely...
You are such a schmuck. Hang on, can I just... Only time will tell.
Mate, it's those smooth lines that have obviously got me on the desk today. I mean, obviously Yummy would have a bit of, interruption here. But luckily, he's not here at the moment, so it's just me with you guys today.
He has a direct feed to our comms. I'm sure he'll get angry if he has to. Gents, we're looking at Avant Gaming once again after coming through so close against Chiefs Esports. We didn't expect them to be that close, but now they're versing arguably a weaker opponent in Scylla. Now, going up against, Avant Gaming's playstyle, I feel like they should be fine against Scylla here.
Well, it is one of those things as well as that we just have had news where Siki's actually subbing out for Requiem. And it's similar on the side of Scylla, where actually Kira, or formerly known as Snarf, is going out, and Desu is coming in. So it's one of those things where both of these teams now have a substitute, and so the dynamic of the gameplay for each of these teams is going to change.
Yep.
And it's definitely one of those things that we'll have to see with the actual match coming up.
Yeah, the thing that's really odd about it is, even though both of these subs have seen League play before, they are players that are really shaking up the roster, especially when you're adding Adzi in. Scylla's pretty much got a new team.
I was going to say that Scylla Esports, you love Desu. You used to talk about Desu all the time.
Really great guy.
Is he a good player or is he just a good guy?
Well, both of them are important, and yeah. Well, he's consistently good. We saw him doing those great solo plays up, typically the right-hand side of the pitch, that did open up some goals, but his defensive rotations aren't as strong and can cost his team there.
I did feel like Scylla, however, Wolfie, was a really good roster. Through the top 16 qualifiers, even had these highlights coming through with Adzi coming into the mix. So, although they're changing it up, they're putting Desu in. I don't feel like Scylla will struggle that much.
Well, it's one of those things where with the addition of Adzi into the roster, they actually changed the way that they played. So basically, Dumbo is a very good offensive and defensive player. He's one of those really good in the midfield, able to jump up, get the redirects that he needs, as well as be able to do the pre-jumping in defense, which he was so famous for being, as well as because what he does is he just queues US West all day long. Because of that, he has to judge and know what his opponent's doing. And because he's doing all that, he has these amazing reads. So with the addition of Adzi, look, I think good things are going to come out of them. But again, up against the roster of Avant Gaming, I'm just not too sure
how they're
going to go.
EU West? Is that
No. Not EU West, US West.
That's just as bad. It's a heavy ping.
It's one of those things where if you want the points, then you got to go for it. So you got to risk it for the biscuit, mate.
It's like 150 ping.
That's why he pre-jumps hysterics, not post-jumps.
But then you get on normal ping, you're like, I'll jump now. You're like, oh, wait, I'm 3 seconds too early.
Well, that's how you can take advantage of, right? Here's a player who would... Well, if he's somebody that's used to pre-jumping and playing on different pings, he's probably going to have that stylistic pre-jumping still. Okay. So if you play slower, he's more easy to bait.
Okay, so coming through, Avant Gaming just showed that they can take on the Chiefs, but there were bits of inconsistency there. Like we have with a lot of OC teams, I feel like that's a topic we can talk about throughout this whole league play. Inconsistency in certain teams has always kind of been our problem. Do Scylla have the same kind of mentality or the same kind of feeling to it as Chief Esports career?
Well, in terms of consistency, it's really hard when you have a new player you've just added to the roster, and then you're also using a sub for a different player, and then you just have one of your original core members.
Okay, so Scylla Esports, the freshy roster with a couple of subs, Avant Gaming, different from last game. This just throws predictions in the air, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, Wolfie.
Well, honestly, you look at the last series that Avant played, and they showed some really good bright spots of absolute amazing gameplay. There was a lot of passing, really good work. So I think Avant have it.
You're going to give me a score?
I will. Look, I think it's going to be tight.
You don't have to if you don't want to. Yeah.
Look, I will. just for you, Jake. No one else.
Oh,
but look, I'm going to give it 3-1 to Avant.
It's a big scoreline, Corey.
No, I'm going to go the exact same. Yeah.
Exact same?
Exact same.
I feel like it was different before Wolfie said it. If I didn't ask him for a score, would you have done 3-1?
Yeah, I would have done 3-1. And the big reason for me is Elusive played astoundingly well and did huge solo plays last game. Syrix was very consistent. He had a couple of missed goals, but when you're versing the pressure that was put up by Chiefs, that's to be expected. So with two of their players playing against the best team debatably in all of OCE and sticking it to them, I think they're probably going to be okay.
And I think Elusive really showed up in that last series, and The honest fact is, Avant Gaming got so close to taking Chiefs, and that's why they should be the obvious favorite. Scylla 3-0. As we do jump into our third series of the day, Scylla Esports will be looking to challenge Avant Gaming after such a close series against Chiefs. My name is not Hysterics. That's not Korea. That's not Wolfie. We're jumping into our third series. Wolfie will disappear, but not for long. You'll be back. We'll be loving for you. We'll be longing for you, okay? No. It's fine. Here's the good thing, though, Wolfie. Here's the good thing. He's actually not a bad singer. Here's the good thing, though. When we come back at the end, we'll be able to say, that was great from the Squid Squad, or we'll say that it was great from Avant Guard. And we'll get that one wrong on purpose, okay? It's actually Avant Gaming. It's the good old days of Avant Guard. Just change things up. I don't know why.
I don't think you're allowed to intentionally get esports names wrong when you've been butchering
I don't think I am,
Pale
but I'm
Horse
still
this
here.
whole time.
What do you mean me? You guys have been butchering Pale Horse. I just come through for the show.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into game. See you later, Wolfie. Thanks for coming. Stay tuned. Until next week, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Avant Gaming, Scylla Esports. Third series of the day. Avant Gaming coming off the Chiefs. I mean, this is important for these guys because realistically now, we should be seeing a stronger style of game from Avant Gaming.
Yeah, they should be just coming out hot, and we'll really be seeing if it's a sub that'll have a difference on their performance. Wow.
Maybe. I was like, Requiem. It's a great start for Avant Gaming. They're not done yet, however, and Scylla, this is a better start. Oh my lord. I love this game already.
Yeah, new players from both teams starting off strong with Requiem going for that kickoff goal, but gets punished by Adzi from mid-pitch.
From Daisu to Adzi. Adzi to Daisu. Ladies and gentlemen, Scylla Esports. 10 seconds in, they get goal number 1. And this, I can tell, is going to be a very different style of game already, Courier.
Yeah, you just want to say that so you can get your 3-0 prediction from Scylla.
I don't want anything to be right. I just, just whatever you guys say, it has to be the opposite.
Yeah, you're the clown king of chaos.
I mean, I'm the king clown of chaos. Yeah, that's right. The what? What? I'm sorry, what am I?
Yeah, an anagram for Shako is what you are, Hysterics.
Oh,
but it doesn't matter because we're pushing forward and Avant is getting revenge, building that pressure against Scylla, who are struggling to get it clear.
That's right. Well, Scylla Esports finally do get exactly that, and with the new roster, Daisu, let's see how he synergizes in. That's a great pinch coming through from Elusive. Dumbo for the follow-up. These are big passing plays, but they're big shots as well from Scylla.
Yeah, and they're also doing those annoying bumps, trying to get those demos, so Dumbo is getting a solid amount of bullying in too.
Dumbo will help get the clear. Scylla Esports already being a goal up. We'll start pushing the drive to Avant Gaming in game number 1. But game number 1 for Avant Gaming hasn't been the strongest suit. We saw game 2 against Chiefs. That was where the money lies. And Requiem, he's come through. A replacement last minute. Let's see how it affects Avant Gaming because we know that so far Scylla are working really well with Daisu.
Yeah, the playstyle of Avant has changed dramatically with the introduction of Requiem. They are playing incredibly fast rather than that methodical counterplay, low-scoring goal style they typically have.
Scylla putting the pressure on. Adzi has set the ball up, but Requiem and Cyrix are trying to capture that moment. Cyrix follows it through and dribbles all the way up the pitch, but Requiem, he might have to get back into defense now. Cyrix misses the ball. Dumbo gets it through, but gets it past all 3 members. Scylla Esports actually putting some punishing moves onto Avant Gaming.
And I like the fact that they're happy to pass back even though they're building this pressure when Cyrix just takes that goal straight out from under their nose.
Every single time I talk up one team, the other one just has to come through and smack it through. Then what's the deal, Courier?
Well, Cyrix just wants to showcase that they're not going to sit behind. They're going to start winning some odd games.
Some odd game. This is a very odd game.
Yeah, because they've already mastered the even games. It's all about the odd games now.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, I mean, games 1, 3, and 5, I did do school. I know what odd numbers are.
Nailed it.
Nice. I mean, when we get to best of 7s, that's the real challenge, right? When we get to lands. Well, I mean, that's if Avant Gaming gets a land because our top 6 are stronger than ever. There's so much challenging coming through. I feel like Avant Gaming, they've got a lot of competition and they have to make sure all of these plays are stabilized moving through the weeks ahead.
Yeah, that's it. Consistency is king. Because when the games and matches are going to be so tight between these top 6 players, you can't afford to have a bad week because you may just drop all the way down the ladder and get pushed out of that final 4.
Scylla Esports have tied, or I should say Avant Gaming have tied up the game with 2 minutes remaining, but Scylla not done yet, being very aggressive and hyperactive as well. Daisu sets the ball up for Dumbo. He hits it off the corner. It's over to Adzi. It's a great setup, but Cyrix realizes what's going on and puts a halt to it immediately. He follows the ball up for a second time, and Scylla Esports under a bit of pressure here. That's not a good enough clear, so Daisu steps in at the last moment and will help the recovery for Scylla Esports.
But they need to make something of it because Avant just went through and stole all the boosts from the right-hand side, trying to bleed them dry, and they're going to turn it right back round onto Scylla's defense.
But Daisu has a bit of boost, so he sets himself up. Elusive very aggressively trying to take it through. Do the old yummy cheese man 1v3 when he's playing with me. 1 minute 30. And Avant Gaming have just taken this right back. Scylla Esports started out so strong, and big passing plays have kind of come to a halt as Avant Gaming have realized and changed their style. But let's not let me talk too long, because this is what happens. Scylla come back, they put some fire on, and the dream is not dead.
Yeah, good pass plays coming off the wall there by Avant Gaming. Unfortunately, doesn't have the follow-up and gets turned back on them, but the pressure build nearly leads to a punish.
No, Scylla Esports still having some good shots here. Cyrix over to Requiem. The dream is not dead, especially when I say Requiem. 55 seconds. We continue to highlight Avant Gaming never say die attitude. We could be seeing overtime in game number 1 as everything has kind of come to a standstill. And Scylla Esports setting themselves up. That's a lie. Let's finish it off. The ball rolling in front of goal. Scylla had one shot, one opportunity, but they didn't finish off the bolognese. And over, we see Scylla getting so close to these goals.
Yeah, I was sure that was going to be converted into the goal. That two-man offense, being able to pull out the defense of Cyrix after that beautiful pop, easy conversion for them. And now we're seeing Avant not falling down on that same avenue, with Cyrix doing what Scylla could not.
And with 18 seconds remaining, opens the window. You play the old, let's put our hands under the window, right? There's a big window, your fingers are there, it's slowly sliding down, but you don't know if it's going to stop or keep going. Your fingers could get jammed, they couldn't. For Avant Gaming, the window stopped.
That was a very strange metaphor that you went for the unknowingness of progress.
I don't know. It was a classic game, the classic fingers in the window game. It's not PG, that's for sure. 1 second remaining. Look at Avant Gaming in this very strange series. They have almost just taken this one away, but Scylla Esports. Dumbo, hello? Yes, okay, now we're done.
Yep.
Avant Gaming will take game number 1, but only just.
Yeah, elusive in that last couple of seconds, not wanting to lose it and just slowly stealing the ball off everyone from Scylla.
I mean, this is different because Scylla Esports are in our Big Six. But
yes, they are.
This is a very different style of game than what we saw with the Chiefs. Series 1, Series 2 with the Chiefs, they were very close. Pale Horse and Avant Gaming were both teams we think could challenge and rise up to the occasion of the Chiefs. But with Scylla Esports here, this is kind of like, okay, bit messy. These two teams kind of, towards that 4th to 6th position.
Yep.
Not sitting up in maybe that top 3 where we'd expect.
Yeah, so Scylla in the previous seasons was considered around 3rd or 4th seed, similar to our Avant.
They don't like best of 7s.
They don't like best of 7s. That's their thing.
At LAN.
And here we're seeing them. They've dropped back a bit. They've had a bit of problems with roster changes. AoE Emp has gone. Adzi has been brought in. So they're still doing that adjustment period. And because of that, they've been struggling. And the introduction of big teams like Pale Horse as well, who just leapfrog straight over them, probably doesn't feel good either.
No, definitely doesn't. And I mean, already Pale Horse losing to Chiefs like that mixes up league play a little bit.
Yep.
Avant Gaming almost taking down Chiefs. Yes, that mixes things up as well.
Yeah, that was exciting.
This is a series that could really dictate where Avant Gaming actually sit. They beat Scylla Esports. That's a better sign that they will make it into the top 4. At least get closer towards that 5th, 4th position.
Yeah, it'll give you confirmation, because if they're going so close to Chiefs, and if you can get that close to Chiefs, you can probably beat Jam or Pale on a good day.
That's the question, though, because in the off-season, Jam was strong. Like, Chiefs made number 4, nothing higher.
Yeah, they really struggled in the offseason. In the last month, though, they have played exceptionally well, taking out a tournament last night.
Yeah. So we'll see how we go here. Elusive having the first shot of the game for Avant Gaming, and already off of kickoff, you saw Avant Gaming brought the momentum back into the game. Scylla Esports under a bit of pressure here as off the backboard, looking to make a name again. Avant Gaming backboard for the 2nd time. Dumbo's sick of it. He gets it out, but look at this. Avant Gaming, they're not stopping here, Korea. Cyrix puts on the hurt, and Scylla Esports leave one open for Requiem to get his first goal of the series.
Welcome to the scoreboard, Requiem. Great shot to finish it off for Avant Gaming, and it's great to see them trying pressure plays, which is not their typical kind of pass, 1-2 pass play, or their favored solo plays.
But Avant Gaming, I mean, getting that early goal. We did talk about the golden goal, and Scylla Esports, they got it last game. That was not the case. They got that early 10-second goal. Avant Gaming brought it back 2-1. And 4 minutes in, it looks like Avant Gaming have tested the waters of Scylla. They know the weakness there, shoring up some of their plays, not giving them extension of the field. And look at this, Avant Gaming are now in control. Possession has gone up, the attacking has gone up. Scylla Esports, they're in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, this is a very different Avant to what we saw. So the golden goal rule doesn't stand as much. Avant typically are low-scoring teams that want to just drag the game out and play incredibly safe. But now, they're going nuts. They're just like, Scylla, you want to play fast on the ground? We have you matched.
I mean, like you said, they just came off playing the Chiefs. I mean, one of the top dogs, and going against Scylla, this is a game, as I've said, needs to be won. This needs to put you in at least the top 4. This could do it. They've got teams like Legacy Diverse. They've got teams like Jam to see where they go up against. And even Pale Horse, which is going to be a big match in the coming weeks. But look at this. Scylla Esports, they've found a weakness and the opening for Daesu. No such thing as golden goal here, baby.
Now that backboard pressure play just paid off beautifully. Elusive not able to get up in time. And the 1-2 right round you into the goal for Daesu.
You mean the 1-2, how do you do?
Oh, he didn't ask how he was. He went straight past.
Oh, that was some good skin. 1-1, 3 minutes. And this is how you get into my Hall of Fame. Get yourself a goal. That is the 1-2. How do you do?
How do you do, Hysterics?
I'm not too bad. When you get another goal, you get the 3-4. I want some more. I want some one more.
That's their old name, buddy. I don't know if we're allowed to keep pushing their old name when they have that sexy new logo under Avant Gaming.
Look, you can't throw away your history. All right, it's important here, Courier.
We're not talking about Legacy, we're talking about Scylla and Avant, Jake.
Oh, that cuts deep. I think. I don't know. We're off the rails, onto the roads. That's where cars belong. I don't know if you've seen the DeLorean, but it's not parked on the train tracks anymore. If Avant Gaming, coming back into reality, find themselves another goal, I feel like they can definitely change the pace of this game once again. Requiem picks up the first. Scylla Esports have started putting that pressure back on. And it's like as soon as these teams get a goal, they change up their playstyle. The whole wave is shocked. And again, shocked by Avant Gaming. Elusive came out of nowhere. That was sexy.
Yeah, that's a play that we've been seeing big things out of. The setup from Requiem was great, and Elusive managed to just follow that up nice and clean, straight down the center.
Okay, so do Avant Gaming change their playstyle again? 2-1, 2 minutes. This is a strange series, Korea.
It's strange in the fact that the player substitutions have led to a hugely different playstyle from Avant, and now Scylla has to adapt. They would have been going in and be like, okay, we just need to play fast enough to get under Avant because they're going to be nice and methodical, and then Avant just comes out, puts the gear into 11 and says, no, we don't play on 10 anymore.
11?
Yeah, they go straight past.
11? Out of what?
10.
Oh my god, it's a big change.
It is a big change.
Literally in the DeLorean. 88 miles an hour. Oh, why does no one use the DeLorean? Is it not meta?
I mean, it's not the Dominus of the Octane.
No.
Or the Batmobile.
No, or the Batmobile. Yummy quizzed me on who uses the Batmobile the other day.
Elusive.
Elusive. But is he using it this game?
No, he's been using...
No, then I don't care.
Sorry,
Conversation has ended. No Batmobile. No respect anymore. Well, I mean, Avant Gaming at the moment. They are getting my respect there. 2-1. 1 goal up and looking to score the third and potentially final of game number 2. This looks like a similar score to game 1. Scylla Esports, they found a goal. They lost control just that easily once again.
Yeah, we need to see Scylla try and mix something up because what they're doing just isn't working. Both games are going the same way. Avant taking back that lead and happy to play fast and not play safe.
Looks like we're seeing a lot of big passes coming through. Cyrix just lobs the ball all the way over the side, cross field. And Avant Gaming with 30 seconds remaining, they can play it slow. They can make sure that Scylla don't really get as many touches as they'd like, and they might just take game 2.
Yeah, that was a beautiful clear, forcing Scylla to use up nearly 10 seconds in their own side of the pitch, just off the clear alone.
Cyrix and Requiem, they push on forward. Cyrix is going to center the ball. No one's there. 15 seconds remaining. Playing for time here. is Avant Gaming with 10 seconds remaining. One more big clear will be it. The ball is bouncing near goal. There we go. Big demolition. Shouldn't make too much of a difference. We just need to see that ball hit the ground. And for Scylla Esports, that cannot come. They have to make sure they keep it dribbling up. Dumbo, Daisu there into the crossbar. Way too close, but Avant Gaming 2-0 up over Scylla Esports.
Well, that's a pretty confident place you're going to be. 2-0 over them just showcases that if you can go head-to-head with Chiefs, you're going to be pretty confident against the team below.
Elusive has been performing well, but I think shutting down Scylla Esports has kind of been the name of this series so far, Korea.
Yeah, that's it. And Requiem has stepped up to help. The first game, he was kind of just sideboarded and was watching them play. I mean, he was contributing a bit in the passes, but he wasn't really a huge powerhouse when it was coming forward.
Oh, hello.
And hey, welcome back. And because of that, he's now got a little bit more confident. He's had his warm-up game going forward, and now he's playing with the big boys, and it's showing.
The question is, however, that the subs, I mean, feel like they're making a bigger difference for Scylla Esports than Avant Gaming. I mean, Avant Gaming changing their playstyle a little bit, but it is still working well against Scylla. Well,
that's the thing. Playing aggressively is a lot easier than playing defensively when you're adding in a new roster. To play defensively, you can't have holes in your rotation as they build pressure, because any hole is a goal. But if you are playing offensively and you have a mistake, the worst that happens is to get it cleared. Someone just has to make it back. You lose the potential goal, which isn't too bad.
Sorry, I'm just breathing.
Absorbing?
No, after something you said. When we go into Game 3, Scylla Esports, is it about them changing their playstyle completely, however? Because if it's not working against Avant Gaming, what do you do?
They just need to be more consistent. They need to trust each other and get their rotations just cleaner. Just better general play.
All right.
There's no magic pill.
I mean, there is. Oh, no, there's not. Sorry. Avant Gaming in game number 3 will be looking forward here. They will be looking to take down Scylla 3-0. And if they can do this, boy oh boy, will this be a great start to league play. Coming so close to the Chiefs and then finishing off Scylla in convincing fashion. Scylla, however, had the opportunity to go for the reverse sweep. They have to start slotting some goals in, however. 2-1, the score of the last game. Scylla Esports looking to get the first goal once again, but it hasn't made a difference in the series so far.
Well, Scylla are a team that knows a lot about having their dreams stolen straight from under them in the last game. So because of that, let's hope they can flip the table on its head and take a goal now.
There's a setup for Dumbo, runs into Cyrix. Great defense from Avant Gaming's backline. Scylla Esports have to recover this ball, but it just still keeps getting cleared by Avant Gaming. Responded by Dumbo. There's Adzi, but the touch comes through. The intercept from the defense from Avant Gaming.
And that's something they're really consistent on. So the fact they've been able to open up that offense in the first 2 games, they're outcosting them this defense, they're just going to keep going.
Close from Elusive. I mean, he lobs the ball up. No one commits, but again, it just plays a bit more time. Elusive comes through and has a shot at goal. Don't tell me. No. Elusive. Oh, dear. This man can drive me anywhere he wants.
Probably can. He's probably a great driver.
I'm sure he is. I mean, I'd be curious at how these people drive in real life. Do they try and boost into the air? Do they go for jumps? You know those trailers that they put cars on, and you see it and you go, do I do it? The answer is yes. Yes, you do. And maybe Elusive in real life, he feels the need for speed.
Yeah, probably does. The need for boost, hysterics.
The need for boost. Where do you get boost in real life?
I know we can get nuggets,
Macca's?
though.
All right, okay. I like Jump the sponsor. Yeah. All right, 3 minutes is a time. And time is money. Money is time in league play. Week 1, 2 games for Avant Gaming. This is me recovering from where I last sat. Scylla Esports, what is happening here? I'm not sure. Has the defense just failed? Requiem has to deal with this. That was a strange play from Scylla, but let's just say it worked.
Well, that was pretty quietly confident there. There's only one person on defense. They're about to get bumped out and see Requiem stuck. All Dumbo has to do is walk it in. He can shoot to the right. That's a bit of a harsh angle. Why bother when you can just kind of... there you go, free goal.
Why cook when you can create?
I think it was more of just like, why cook when you can just microwave and they'll be happy?
Yeah, that's 100%. I agree. 100%. Korea, as we're falling out of fashion this early into league play, I have to wonder where Scylla will kind of go the rest of this game. 1 goal, 2 minutes remaining. It's Avant Gaming's chance to shine here, as they've done in Game 1 and Game 2. I'd be convinced if it was any other team, but Scylla Esports, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we're going to Game 4.
Yep, Daisu taking out 2 players in that sweet 1v1 and then going forward right under Syrix's nose.
It was a nice play from Scylla Esports. Crystallized the ball. Then we get another one. It's like tennis. You need ball boys just throwing out the sockers.
Except with a much better scoring system here.
Yeah. How do you get 15 points in one round? I don't know. I played that sport. Elusive, although in real life he may not be that clean. We're hoping to see a little bit more from him at Avant Gaming. 2 goals down with 145. Still not calling this round over because I still feel like Scylla Esports in the past have shown us their line of weakness. But here, they're shoring things up with 1 minute 30 to go. Scylla Esports look to be in control in game number 3. We could see them try and take back the series.
Yeah, the comms from Avant have been a little bit lackluster this game, with Elusive and Cyrix going for the same ball quite a few times. And these are the 2 players that have played together a lot and have been on the team. They're not one of the subs.
Well, AV are still trying to get that golden goal that could maybe lead to more. Requiem not able to get into that line of defense and to push the ball forward, but gets a second try. Misses the ball. Requiem gets a big bump, but there's no follow-up. Cyrix has to rotate back now, and Scylla getting through the line of defense of Avant Gaming. Still playing with time here. I think Scylla may have enough to take game 3.
Well, they're quietly confident, but this is the new Avant we're seeing this game. They play fast, they play hard, and they try to get goals as quick as possible. So if they turn that back on, they're still in it.
They're switching on though, however. 35 seconds. I would call it over with any other team, but so far in this series, it's proven one thing. That Scylla are apparently going to get 3 goals. Okay, now it's Ogre.
Now it's Ogre. They
Yep.
got Shrek'd. And the thing is now, with 30 seconds left on the clock, thereabout, it is possible, but we need to be looking forward for what this game means. They're still up 2-1, which means Avant has 2 more opportunities to take the game to get that confident win.
What changed in this game, however? Is it just Scylla sort of getting their passes off instead?
Yeah, and Avant has been just a lot more inconsistent. They're not going for different... Sorry, my words completely evaded me. They're double committing, is what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
They're double committing. They're not going all the way in, and here we have like a moment there where Elusive didn't fully trust him and go straight past. He stayed really close, not thinking his teammate will get the save. And later on, there we see Daisu punishing them for both of them going for that ball.
Scylla 4 up in game 3. It doesn't feel like the same series that Avant Gaming have been playing, and as I saw that first goal come through, I did expect that Avant Gaming would bring it all back and make a clean 3-0, but there's nothing clean about the Squid Squad. They come through, they put their tentacles on you, and you're going, what the heck is happening?
But squids have a lot of hearts.
Do they?
I'm assuming they
How
do.
many?
Octopuses?
Octopi?
Octopi have many hearts. So I'm assuming
Is it
squids do as
Octopi?
well.
Is Octopi the group?
I believe so. Octopod, maybe?
Octopod?
I don't really
Is that what you
know.
call a group of squid?
No, I
No,
don't.
a group of squid, octopus.
I'm not really good. Are they mollusk?
I don't know.
What are they? What type of? What's their genus and species and stuff?
A tentacle of squid. A tentacle of octopus.
Tentacle?
Octopi.
They have many tentacles.
An octo. I don't know how many. What do you call a group of octopus?
Because like whales are pods. So I feel like octopods wouldn't be too bad.
Okay. I was going to do a knock-knock joke from
Do
there.
it.
I figured it out.
I'll give you my favorite knock-knock joke.
Go.
You have to start though.
No. You start.
No. You have to start.
I was trying to think of one, and it's just evaded
No,
me.
mine's really good, but you have to start it.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
No. You meant to start. We've gone so far downhill so far.
I love it.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
No, hang on. No, you meant to knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Europe.
No, hang on. No, wait a second. I'm giving up. I think we've...
Knock, knock jokes are too hard for you, buddy.
I'm just trying to think. It's like early in the morning going, wait, do I knock or how do I enter someone's house? But like, you don't. You knock first. It's there.
Yeah, it's all about getting consent to walk into the house like a vampire.
Do I look like a vampire to you?
Yeah, all that makeup, you're all pasty.
It's a lie. I'm natural. There's no makeup on you. I'm so natural. I had to button this up. Production
You
didn't
look buff like a vampire, though.
Do I?
Your chest is very...
Is that better?
No, I think I prefer button-up, bud.
Do you?
Yeah.
You don't like the...
I like those. I think it looks better without the jacket.
Oh, God, that hurts. I have to stop doing that. It hurts so much.
But back on topic.
Oh, please. Yeah. Don't bring us
Avant
back.
Gaming may have lost that game 4-0. And I think that is a consequence of both Scylla playing more consistently and a stylistic change in them that they got punished for. If they can just go back to what they were doing, playing fast and getting under and between Scylla's plays, they can confidently bring this back for a 3-1.
Okay, so Korea still believing in the prediction there. I did predict Scylla 3-0, and that is definitely out of the question now. But Scylla for the win. We'll see how they can manage to try and take it to Avant Gaming in game number 4 and get to game 5. Cyrix off of this wall could be a bit of a pest as Requiem is going to take the ball around this corner. Very nicely done. The setup coming through from Requiem. Oh my god. Is that man's pants on or off?
Dude, your pants are off, and I'm assuming his are on. That was a beautiful play there from Requiem, setting it up for his teammate. It doesn't even matter if there was no follow-up. That was a great showcase of talent.
Definitely to go on the highlight reel. Requiem trying to do it again, and Avant Gaming looks switched on in game number 4. Around this corner, let's play it again, baby. You know, it feels like a Steely Dan record over and over again. Elusive is a very aggressive player, and he's going to push Cyrix up with him as well. Dropping the ball, Avant Game lose their control, but they're not done yet. Elusive turns the ball around, gets a second touch. They're not letting it get out of this half. Elusive, you're a feisty devil.
That's exactly what I want from them, Jake. They're so aggressive, and Scylla cannot get it out, and it's just non-stop punishment pressure plays until Scylla's defense cracks.
Korea, I wanted to ask you a question.
Please do.
If you opened your door and there was a sink outside, would you let that sink in?
Yes.
Okay. If you can't laugh at yourself, what can you do? Maybe you can score a goal if you're Avant Gaming. That's what we've been waiting for. It's been 2 minutes, and both of these teams really struggling to get themselves off the ground, but Avant Gaming is still pushing up.
They are controlling this match. They are just living in Scylla's side of the pitch. While they cannot convert it into that goal, they are just slaughtering them.
Avant Gaming are pushing so hard into Scylla's squids. It's a good game to be alive, and Requiem off the roof. Let's watch that one again.
That's it. If you just keep pressuring for 3 minutes, 2 minutes straight, you're eventually going to break through. And Avant had good rotations when Scylla got those clears, so they never got punished for it either.
2 minutes 50 remaining, and what a slow kickoff.
I don't know why you're like chuckling to yourself. You're very proud of something.
I just, you know, if you open, you know, if there's a sink outside your door, would you let that sink in?
How did I not let that sink in? I didn't even click. That's a bad showcase of talent on our little cast to death.
How funny is that? I think another caster told me that. I'm not sure.
Stealing caster jokes.
There was a time where I was just waiting 4 hours for a gig and we were just doing knock-knock jokes. And it was great. And the last one was like, if there's a sink outside, would you let that sink in? Oh boy. Avant Gaming are letting this goal sink in, however, and Scylla Esports, I mean, they really don't want to accept it. It feels like it's not part of the bathroom. And over, Scylla are just trying to get some shots off, but
trying
Avant
to get some
Gaming,
taps off.
Yeah, that's right. You know, you got to deconstruct, get the plumber in, call somebody, because right now there's water all over this damn bathroom of Scylla Esports. And you know, squids, they don't like water.
They love water.
No, Korea, no,
They
Korea,
live in,
they
like,
don't.
brine.
Korea, they don't. Scylla Esports trying to take it to game 5. They can't get through Avant Gaming. This is becoming a problem for the Squid Squad. And already I'm feeling the tears rolling down their eyes as they keep getting close to this goal, but Avant Gaming holding one strong.
Yeah, they are a strong defensive team. We saw against Chiefs, that is their preferred play style. Scylla are typically very fast, so when they're able to verse this fast versus immovable object kind of situation, they're going to be okay, and then they're going to turn it right back around and build that pressure.
1:15 remaining. Avant Gaming still getting these big clears. Scylla Esports, this series is hanging in the balance. But what a good turnaround it would be for Avant Gaming, especially since their series against the Chiefs was this close. They have one opportunity here to take the day out 1-1.
And it's a good place to be as well, because Chiefs are considered by many to be top of the ladder at the moment.
No!
And now Scylla is like, no, we're not going down that easily. We're taking one back.
The opening from Daesu, Adzi, after getting bumped out of the way, Elusive just gets him up the backside, and Daesu, great positioning, means Scylla will be one apiece with 50 seconds remaining.
Now this is where it gets interesting, because Avant have to go back on the attack to get a goal in 50 seconds. So now both teams will have to play fast if they want to make something happen.
I feel like they're doing fine, though, on the attack. I mean, Requiem coming through, a very aggressive player. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't, but bit of miscommunication between Elusive and Syrix, who both commit for the ball and have to rotate back as one unit. Scylla Esports, oh no! Oh, would you let that sink in, Korea?
Unfortunately, yeah.
That is like going to Christmas dinner, getting your ham, your turkey, everything on the plate, walking outside, and you drop the plate.
Or someone just coming in and be like, "Can I have your plate?" And you're like, "Yeah."
No, you don't. No.
Because they gave that up. They gave that up. That was Avant could have stopped that. They had enough time. It was telegraphed. Sorry, Scylla could have stopped that. It was enough time. It was telegraphed. They could have had their turkey to keep.
That could have been the game. That could be one mistake from Scylla Esports that has just opened everything up for Avant Gaming. And right now, Scylla, this is their last play of attack. Elusive, all he has to do is clear it, and he does. 1 second, ball's going to drop there, and Scylla Esports, big mistake, buddy. That is going to cost them. Avant Gaming take the series 3-0 in Korea. It was a shaky series back and forth, but that just highlights what Scylla Esports need to fix.
Yeah, that's it. And how well Avant can do playing with a sub as well.
I mean, yeah, like, I think end of the day, Requiem had a very, very good series. Wolfie, that last goal.
Wow.
Would you let that, first of all, would you let that sink in?
Unfortunately, it has sunk in for me. It is 100% in my mind. Look, it shouldn't have happened, but it's one of those things that did. Look, being brutally honest, both of these teams, they were a little bit shaken up with those subs. And, you know, you guys pointed it out quite clearly, and we could easily see it just within the gameplay that they had. It was very, you know, nondescript of what they were doing before. And now, you know, when it came to it, in those really big pressure moments, it just wasn't enough. Like, their defense on both teams from Avant and Scylla wasn't where they wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Korea. Can Avant Gaming, I mean, it's hard to say in that series that Avant Gaming weren't looking too red hot because they just brought in a sub. Like, the sub coming through, Requiem is a very aggressive player. I mean, feels very different to Siki.
Yep.
Or Avant Gaming, I mean, like, is that a new adaptation for them? How do you think they looked in comparison to Chiefs, which is not going to be a fair comparison, but we'll go for it anyway.
Well, them in this match versus them in the match before were very different Avants. Like, this Avant was played more like I'd expect Scylla to play. They were very fast. They were very aggressive. On the flip side, you had them versing Chiefs, who were like slower, more methodical.
It's one of those things as well where the playstyle adapted from game to game. You know, in the first game, Syrix had enough room to move around. He scored some amazing solo goals. In the second game, they focused more on the pressure plays. And then in the third game as well, Scylla actually came back and fought really hard for it. And then the boost starving was a major issue there. And that's what Scylla are really good at. They took all the boost. Avant didn't have what they needed. Then, in that fourth game there, they fixed all those issues that they were doing. And they got some nice goals. And it was unfortunate, the final goal of the series there with that little, it was a bit of a ghost touch. But, you know, at the end of the day, in my opinion at least, the better team did win.
Yeah, I mean, Avant Gaming, you know, did show they could take it to Chiefs, and it would be a shame if they did go down to Scylla Esports, especially after a close running there. Scylla Esports, however, I mean, there's some problems. It's really hard for us to go through and judge, okay, that wasn't clean, when they both had subs, they both weren't with their strongest part of their roster. Scylla Esports, so, I mean, you got to look at that playstyle and say, it should have been a lot closer. It should have been a lot cleaner. Yeah,
they definitely weren't in their comfort zone, both of these teams. And it's one of those things that frustrates me so much because this is honestly one of the biggest competitions in OCE. And if teams are not taking it seriously enough...
It is the biggest competition.
It is, and that's a fact. It's not, you know, it's not my opinion. It is fact. And the fact that the teams are not taking it as seriously as they should, and, you know, being able to tell that to their families or, you know, whoever they're working around and who, or whatever they're doing to not actually bring out their full roster for this competition, to be honest, isn't the smartest.
Work harder. Your family's like, work harder. You didn't win in the Throwdown at Rocket League OCE Championship. You are nothing to me. That's a bad family. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to a break, but when we return, we're going to be jumping into more league play action. Do not go anywhere. I'm sure there's more memes to come.